Hey guys, welcome to the daily news analysis of 24th of December guys. The first news is about the State of World Children report. Now this report has been released by UNICEF and the name of the report is again the State of World Children report, and it is the theme of this report this time is child in digital world. Now guys, just try to relate these two words, child, digital world, means what they will actually focus that how this digital world is directly or indirectly influencing child. All right, so in that case only they have specifically focused on gender per se, right? So they have seen that how different gender, that is the girl or a boy gender, will directly getting be influenced by the digital world. And for that guys, this report has put few of the what we can say that a few of the data which focus on the insights on what is been going on in India, right? So they have said that with less than 1/3 of India's internet users being female, means if say for example 100 people are using internet in India, then less than 33% are female. All right, so that's why they have said that this is a condition now, right, that less than 33% of the internet users in India are female, and which are further marginalizing these female categories, because you know that in our society, which is very patriarchal, the women are already marginalized, right? And since they are not using this digital technologies, so they are getting further marginalized on the society, right? And due to this digital illiteracy, at which at a time in which the country is pushing very hard for transition to digital economy, it is being predicted that the future of Indian women will not be good if they will keep themselves digitally illiterate, right? So the world data is also given that in world 12% more men than women use internet, and this is the data given for the year 2017. But in India it is seen that only 29% of all internet users are female. All right, and girls in rural areas are often faces many sort of restrictions. Those restrictions are social norms. Our society is something like that. Many and at many corner of the world, many corner of India, you will see that the society is very conservative, right? Why? Due to our religion, due to our introvertness, right? We are not that extrovert, we are not that liberal, we are more of orthodox. More of the India is getting still in orthodox society, because more than 60% of India still live in rural areas, right? So those kind of orthodoxy at the level of education level among girls is very less. That lack of technical illiteracy is there. Also there is lack of very much confidence among girls, because girls are in India the society is something like that in which girls are only focused like object, right? Girls are seen like they are only meant for giving birth to their child and making food in home. But this is not like that. The situation is not like that. We are totally we are extrovertness is coming infusing in us, right? So this kind of backward thinking we must done away with, right? We should do away with all these backward thinking. And also guys, one more reasons has been given due to which these girls are this digitally illiterate, because it is being said that if the girls are using internet, then it will bring shame to their family, because girls will put their pictures on internet like Facebook and all. I'm just giving an example, right? So the families are thinking that it will put shame in their family. So that's why this kind of thing is happening in India, right? So government must look onto that report and take some concrete actions. Next news is regarding an application which is called Vahan. Actually it is a national vehicle registry in which there is collation of all the informations related to the vehicles and all, right? And whatever the information is being mentioned in Central Motor Vehicle Act 1998 and as well as other state motor vehicles rule, right? So all those information are inserted in this national vehicle registry. And guys, those details if you see per se, then those details are registration number, chassis or engine number, body or fuel type, color, manufacturer and model. And what will happen through this national registry, that it will the authorities at the central level will have a direct monitoring all right, if these all the datas are getting registered in a single registry, right, they will be able to monitor, and as well as it will give an easy access for both the regulators and the citizens to access the datas. Citizens can access the datas, but with few restrictions might be, because it will be the matter of privacy issue. That's why, yeah, but anyways, I mean, there will be provisions through this application. So this is about the Vahan app, and there is another app which has been brought up by the government, that is called Sarthi app. See, it's just like the Vahan app is regarding the information about vehicle, the Sarthi app is regarding driving license and related data, right? So these both apps are very different, you should remember this. All right, and what is the work of these both apps overall? They will help in accessing many kind of information from anywhere. I mean, like, it will help, say for example, police department. If police department is getting some sort of vehicles, then they can identify very quickly that whose vehicle is this, right? As well as they can check the driving license of the drivers from this Sarthi app. All right, and as well as, guys, since in Sarthi app the standard driving license will be there, so there will be less probability of people so that people can't duplicate their driving license and all, right, through this applications. So these are indeed very good applications. And guys, since I have told you that people can't duplicate, then duplicate through the Sarthi app, then you will get a very good application of what is the results of the initiative of Digital India, right? So you can write, if any sort of question comes that what are the benefits of Digital India, then you can at least tell that since after the launch of Sarthi app, it has enabled the India so that the duplication regarding the driving license could be reduced to a greater extent, right? Next news is about basically economic term, actually it is, and that economic term is prompt correction action. Now, RBI has once again clarified that prompt correction action is imposed to banks in order to improve their financial health. Now, why this was in news? Because many rumors were going on social media that few of the banks that are under the prompt correction action may be closed down soon, right? So RBI has done away with those rumors and said that no, the situation is not like that, and you should not feel panic about it, right? Now let's see what is prompt correction action, guys. It is basically an power which is being given to the central regulator of all the countries. Say for example, in case of India, our central regulator is RBI. So it will give the powers to RBI, all right, to keep certain restrictions on certain banks, right? In whichever is when bank the RBI thinks that those banks are not performing well, then the bank can supervise on the RBI can supervise on the bank, as well as they can give them order to halt their branch expansion, as well as stop the dividend payment. All right, it can the RBI can also cap the bank's lending limit, and this was all about this public prompt corruption action, guys. And RBI can also supersede the bank's board. All right, so these are few of the facts. And now, why I'm discussing this, guys? Because in 2016 there came a question in which UPSC asked about what do you mean by this core banking thing. All right, that is also a keyword in economics, right? And this is also a keyword, so that's why I thought of discussing it, so that if at all they get asked, because you can't predict UPSC, that is unpredictable service commissions. All right, so if they at all ask, then you can at least write the answer, right? Next news is about, guys, anti-smog cannon. Actually, that the pollution level in Delhi is getting higher and higher day by day, right? And all the steps taken by the government, whether it be or even a scheme or any sort of different schemes. So those schemes are not benefiting Delhi to 100%, right? So that's why the government has thought of coming up with different mitigation procedure, and that is anti-smog cannon. Now, what is this cannon? What is cannon? It is a cylindrical type in which behind this there is an exhauster, right? And water is released from here, and the water is released at a very micro droplets level, right? what is the why they are releasing such kind of thing? Because they try to give a mist kind of situation in which these water droplets gets mixed up with particulate material 2.5 and particulate material 10, and those particles could be settled on the ground, right? So that is why the government is conducting this anti-pollution drive through this anti-smog cannon. And guys, this particulate material 2.5 and particulate material 10 are very much harmful for your lungs, because if they insert your lungs, then they'll cause some sort of health diseases, right? Respiratory diseases, which often affects more of children, right? So that's why this this is a step taken by the Delhi government. Next news is about a frog species which is called Odorana arunachalesis, right? And it has been found recently in Arunachal Pradesh, Lower Subansari district. You can see here where Subansari district, actually this is the location where it has been found, that is Tally Valley Wildlife Sanctuary, right? Just remember the wildlife sanctuary, guys, Tally Valley, because it might pop up in your prelims paper in my match of the following, that this wildlife sanctuary is there, which wildlife sanctuary is where, right? So just remember it. And this has been sighted during the wet season, and it is not seen during the dry season. So yeah, this is the fact. Next news is about US has decided to provide arms to Ukraine regime, actually to enhance the short-term defense capability of Ukraine, as well as defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. United States of America has decided to provide their enhanced, whatever the defense capabilities United States have, so those defense capabilities they will be sharing it with Ukraine also. Now, though they are giving the hawala of like, okay, we are giving just these defense capabilities to Ukraine for saving their sovereignty and territorial integrity, but indirectly United States want to get control over Russia, right? They just don't want Russia to dominate the world politics. That's why, and they are giving this defense capabilities to Ukraine. And why they don't want to help Russia, guys? Because Russia is currently capturing the patch of Ukraine basically regime. This hole is in Ukraine, I'll show you, right? And here is Moldova, all right, here is Romania. So just remember a few of the nearby states. Georgia, this is Turkey, right? Now, and this is Black Sea. So Russia is in the has captured this much peninsula, right? And why Russia has captured? Because the regime of Ukraine, there are pro-Russian rebels, right? So they have supported Russia, and with the help of them, Russia has got the capture of this territory. And but this territory in international term, that is registered under Ukraine also. But once the international community also, as of now, they just recognize this as a part of Ukraine, right? They just don't recognize it as a part of United States of America. Sorry, Russia, right? But Russia is having the capture of this patch of land, and that's why Russia, United States of United States of America is helping Ukraine so that they can enhance their defense capabilities, guys. So that's why this was the news, that this is creating a geopolitical, again a cold war is running, because the Russia also has warned Washington that Washington is encouraging new bloodsheds. Means we want peace. This is being said by Russia that we want peace, but United States of America is not letting us to live in peace, right? And they are encouraging new bloodshed. So it is indeed news which is geopolitically influenced, of course. And if some sort of news will be in advance, this kind of news will continue. So already we have discussed though today, but again we'll discuss tomorrow also about this kind of news. All right, so guys, I guess the question of the discussion of today's is over, guys. So we'll meet in next class, guys. And below the description I've mentioned the link for geography optionals. So if at all any one of you want to refer this, then you can click onto this link, and you will be getting geography optionals at a very free of cost. I'm not charging any money for that, but I've just introduced that course in an academy. So anyways, guys, we'll meet you in next class. Bye bye, take care, sayonara.